Good evening, and welcome to Flex Appeal, the celebration of the winners of FPA's annual Flexible Packaging Achievement Awards competition. This year's event is especially meaningful as we proudly mark the 70th anniversary of this prestigious awards program. We are thrilled to honor 28 outstanding flexible packaging solutions that have set new standards across 6 key categories, encompassing expanding the use of flexible packaging, printing, shelf impact, technical innovation, sustainability, and packaging excellence. These winning entries represent the very best of innovation, showcasing exceptional achievements in flexible packaging through remarkable advancements in materials, graphics, structure, functionality, shelf life, and sustainability. Solutions that not only meet but exceed expectations and continue to drive our industry forward. New for this year, the competition expands its global reach with the introduction of international silver and gold honorees in some categories, further reflecting the worldwide impact and innovation of today's flexible packaging industry. Special thanks are given to the 2026 competition judges: Fred Crow, Managing Partner at Crow and Associates; Dr. Yorei No, Assistant Professor at Michigan State University School of Packaging; and Lisa Pierce, Executive Editor at Packaging Digest. We begin this evening's honors with our Silver Award recipients. Acredo Packaging Incorporated is recognized with 2 Silver Awards, one for packaging excellence and another for sustainability, for its D-Terra drug disposal pouch. Accepting the awards is Rex Varn, Chief Operating Officer.
This medical packaging contains 72% of the bio-based polymer, which is really wide decision. And then this sugarcane-based medical packaging, they can easily usable and containing the neutralization, they can contain all these harsh chemical content.
A Silver Award for Sustainability goes to Amcor Flexibles for its Earth Sense Pro Recycled Content Stretch hand film. Phil Stoltz, Business Group President for Amcor Flexibles Converter and Distribution, is accepting the award.
One of the things that I like about this one is that even though sustainability was part of the innovation, it wasn't only just about sustainability, that the performance had to be there. And at such a thin gauge, that was pretty remarkable to me.
For its 30% food contact PCR resin potato bags, Emerald Packaging Incorporated receives Silver Awards for packaging excellence and technical innovation. Accepting the awards are Kevin Kelly, CEO, and Michael Rincon, Director of Operations.
When we add the PCR content in the packaging, it usually lost the mechanical strength. But this potato bag, they have 30% of the PCR content, but they don't lose any of the mechanical strength or the durability. So I really emphasize how they put their effort to ensuring their conventional performance while adding the more PCR contents.
Glenroy Incorporated is honored with a Silver Award for expanding the use of flexible packaging for the Buy Heart Anywhere pack. Accepting the award is Margaret Olders, Vice President of Operations, and Kimberly Weiss, Director of Sales and Marketing.
This was another example of the converter, the supplier of the materials, and the brand owner getting together and deciding, how do we do something that can help the consumer with ease, be able to deliver a product and be able to utilize a product that is crucial to the children.
GoPack earns a Silver Award for printing for the Ruggini's Pita brittle package. Accepting the award is Shauna Dale, Director of Sales, and Dave Hotchkiss, President.
This is such an example of elegance with appeal. And I have to say, yes, I was a little swayed by the product inside, which was delicious, but the packaging sold the product before we even tried the product. And that's a win.
A Silver Award for Printing is presented to Phoenix for the Tuscany Candles Simply Fall Shrink Sleeve. Company representatives are unable to attend this evening's ceremony, so FPA Chair Russell Grissett is accepting the award on their behalf.
When I first saw this, I'm thinking, candle wrap, what's the big deal? But when you do see it and feel it and see the raised illustrations, it really does pop out, and I see a lot more applications of this product and this type of printing and these types of applications of overprint varnish.
Polymerol Flexible Packaging receives an International Silver Award for technical innovation for the Fazenda Blend coffee bag. Accepting the award is Stefano Tamarindo, member of the Polymerol Board of Directors and Chief Executive Officer for Gualapac U.S. Corporation.
I think each one of the judges, when we picked up this package, went, wow, look at that, feel that. And that's what you want consumers to do too. The tactile was unique, and anything that you can do to differentiate is going to be a win.
Pro Ampac is recognized with the Silver Award for Technical Innovation for the Planters Nut Duo's Proactive PCR Paper Touch Pouch. Paul Shabo, Senior Vice President of Global Sourcing, is accepting the award.
These packaging duos has 15% of the PCR content in the food packaging, which is pretty high percentage in the food sector. Even though they have a plastic material, they feel like a texture, so it can be easily appeal to the consumer who wants to purchase the paper-based packaging.
Sundance earns a Silver Award for Shelf Impact for the Clear Conscience Pet Super Gravy Pouches. Accepting the award is Edgar Ocasio, Senior Operations Manager.
So for families that have pets, this is going to be a winner, the product as well as the package. So it's kind of like a special treat for a very important member of your family, that being your pet. And the package really communicates this using a soft touch technology that says, pick me up, take me home.
TC Transcontinental Packaging receives 2 Silver Awards this evening. Their first honor is a Silver Award for Sustainability for the Cabot Creamery Vermont Seriously Sharp Cheddar Cheese Package. Russell Grissett, FPA Chair and President of Food for Sealed Air Corporation, is accepting the awards.
What I loved about this one is that the company, the brand, was very considerate in how it communicated the PCR content in the packaging to the consumer. It's right there in very plain language on the back of the wrapper.
We don't know whether it was the converter or the brand owner that made the decision to put that on the package, but it was a brilliant move on their part because it made the consumer aware that that brand is considerate of the consumer's interest in recyclability.
Their second recognition is a Printing Silver Award for the Hershey's Kisses Pokemon collaboration.
I don't know if this was the idea of the converter or the brand owner. I'm sure the brand owner came to the converter and said, we want to do something that probably hasn't been done. The printing on the foil was difficult to execute, but I'm sure that at the end of the day, everybody had a fun time looking at it and saw the opportunities. Obviously the parents are going to have to buy 20 times as much as they normally would so that the kids can collect all the different designs.
A silver award for expanding the use of flexible packaging is awarded to Topon Packaging Americas for the Skippy Peanut Butter Inverted Squeeze Pack. Ron Mills, President and CEO, is accepting the award.
So this pouch is pretty much eye-catching design, and it is really easy to squeezable. And when we test it, it is very convenient to use it. I never seen this before, and it would be great to have a new extension of the usage of the flexible packaging.
Congratulations to all of our Silver Award winners. Now it's time to announce the Gold Award winners. Airwave Packaging Incorporated is honored with an International Gold Award for sustainability for its Paper Wave air cushions. Mark Rapp, President and CEO, is accepting the award.
With the increase in sales for e-commerce, we are going to be seeing more to more direct-to-consumer shipments. And those direct-to-consumer shipments need cushioning. And consumers want something that they can easily discard once they receive their shipment. Through recycling, through composting, they've got a couple of options now.
Bryce Corporation earns a Gold Award in printing for PepsiCo's Doritos Flamas 7-4 color transition packaging. Accepting the award is Sean Bowie, President, Patrick Clark, Vice President of R&D and Procurement, Clint Landman, Chief Financial Officer, Chad McDonald, Senior Vice President, and Stephen Perkins, President of Cyber Graphics.
This package represents a trendsetter in terms of what the brand owners are looking for and what the converters can present and execute on. It also can create a significant improvement in changeover time in the printing presses, a reduction in solvents that are used in the process. It is also a game changer in terms of the ability to reduce the materials that have to go into producing a finished product.
Bryce also receives an International Silver Award for Shelf Impact for PepsiCo's Frito-Lay Lay's Fest packaging.
This is an excellent example of how well metallization will work in a store environment. As consumers are walking down the aisle, you can't help but have it catch your eye and see the motion and be interested in finding out what that product is all about.
Emirates Printing Press receives 3 awards this evening. Their first honor is an International Gold Award for Shelf Impact for the Leckers Minis stand-up pouch. Company representatives are unable to attend this evening's ceremony, so FPA Chair Russell Grissett is accepting these awards on their behalf.
I think you're going to see this practice of putting a spot overlacquer on process printed products to make it really stand out is going to be accentuated in the future. It's just a tremendous looking package and a tremendous effect on the shelf.
Their Clusters Peanut Crunch stand-up pouch earns a Silver Award for Shelf Impact.
What appealed to me about this one was the matte finish and how it was still kind of elegant for a regular product, not necessarily a luxury product, and yet the matte finish still communicated appeal to me.
The Zabeel Pets Beef with Veggies and Eggs stand-up pouch receives an International Silver Award for printing.
So when I first saw this package, I went, ooh. And then I looked at it closer under a loop, and I went, ooh! The print technology behind this is stunning. The execution works on shelf, and I like how it was very selective in its use of metallic.
Flavor makers Cheerpack Asia Pacific, Australia, and Topon earned 2 International Gold Awards for packaging excellence and technical innovation. and an International Silver Award for Sustainability for the Australian Organic Vanilla Custard Mono-Material Retort Spout Pouch. Kenji Kawasaki, Sales and Marketing Manager for Topon USA Incorporated, is accepting the awards.
So retort processing is a very harsh thermal condition to add the pressure and the thermal condition to cook the food inside. And that's why the retort packaging have to have an aluminum layer usually. But these pouches has monopolypropylene, which is tremendous amount of the effort on that. And also to make it possible to make it monopolymer layers, we can put it into the recycling facility. But in the US system, we don't have a polypropylene recycling system, but in the European countries, they try to build and install the huge, giant the recycling facility. So it will be promising option for the retort pouches.
Integrated Plastics Packaging is honored with an International Gold Award for printing for the Just Chill powdered beverage stand-up pouch. Company representatives are unable to attend this evening's ceremony, so FPA Chair Russell Grissett is accepting the award on their behalf.
Stunning is probably the description that I would use for the printing on this particular package. And it was well executed on the efficient production side of things too, which I always like from a business perspective.
NOSCO earns a gold award in printing for the Koozie Classic Mixed Nuts pouch. Accepting the award is Rob Davis, Vice President of Marketing, and Jacob Resnick, Product Manager.
When you look at this package on the surface, it looks pretty simple. It doesn't look like there's a lot of moving parts to it, but if you look up closely, you see a transition of shadowing of the background that really makes this product look luxurious.
Paxos Incorporated receives 2 gold awards for packaging excellence and technical innovation, along with a silver award for sustainability for the Stream 1 PX recycle-ready lidding. Deanne Dodrell, CEO, is accepting the awards.
This medical packaging transfer all their previous conventional polymer to the all PET style, and that makes me a lot of groundbreaking moment to innovate it in the medical packaging sector. Also, they're easily peelable and they can go to the recycling facility.
PrintPack is recognized with multiple awards this evening. Their first honor is a gold award for shelf impact for the Harry Potter Butterbeer Goldfish package. Accepting the awards is David Love, Executive Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer.
So I am a Harry Potter fan, and when I saw this in the store, I immediately picked it up and bought it. And not just because I'm a fan, but because of how well it was executed, how the package was executed. The rich, deep background color and the gold printed on top of it, with it looking like a package up at the top, the way it was sealed. It does appeal to Harry Potter fans, but also I would say anybody looking for a new flavor would see the appeal just because of this package.
A second gold award for shelf impact goes to the Mi Tierra tortilla strips packaging.
Busy, busy, busy. This thing has it all. It's got clearly cooperation and collaboration of the designer, collaboration of the brand owner, collaboration of the converter, ink suppliers, film suppliers. It's really representative of excellence in printing and excellence in drawing the consumer to the product.
The Goldfish Halloween cheddar flavor with glow-in-the-dark ink packaging receives a silver award for shelf impact.
I think you're going to see a significant amount of increase in the use of this technology going forward, not just at Halloween, but at other times. But it's a pretty neat concept, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for people to see and be able to use and be able to experience. And my hat's off for all coming together in coming up with a novel idea for a short period of time.
PrintPak's final recognition is a Silver Award for Technical Innovation for the kind, recyclable, high-barrier paper bar wrap.
There's a huge movement to move to the flexible packaging using the plastic to the paper-based packaging. And this kind of packaging shows the great example how we can convert to plastic packaging to the paper packaging. They can perfectly ensure the barrier property, but also they have a beautiful packaging design, so I really like it.
SmartSolve earns a Gold Award for sustainability for the SmartSolve 3X15 pouch stock. Jonathan Jakubowski, CEO and co-founder, is accepting the award.
This is an example of a package that a number of folks are going to try to replicate. And hopefully it's patent protected because it is really interesting to see how quickly it dissolved. And more packaging that's dissolvable is going to be very attractive to the consumer.
And now, we present the Flexible Packaging Association's highest achievement award. This prestigious honor recognizes a package that demonstrates exceptional overall excellence and delivers the most significant impact on the flexible packaging industry. This year, the highest achievement award is presented to Sun Center USA Incorporated for the Pouch 3 cuboid packaging format, which also receives 2 Gold Awards for expanding the use of flexible packaging and packaging excellence. Accepting the awards is Jim Pease, president.
When we took a look at this package, we said, where's this been? All of a sudden, here we have something totally different than we've seen. And it clearly was the fact that it was the collaboration of a machine manufacturing technique and design. The machine design had a lot to do with it, but to be able to come up with so many different variations of that package and to print beautifully. I think what you're going to see is an opportunity for the brand owners to be able to look for a different way of getting their product to market. And this particular format could be the game changer for a lot of them.
So this packaging did an excellent job on the designing, shaping, and printing and innovation of reducing of materials. And by reducing the headspaces dimension, they have an excellent job on the circular economy as well.
And talking about the circular economy, what I loved about this was its cube efficiency, which you don't see in a lot of other flexible packages. But the other thing that I loved about this was the flexibility in design with this particular format, not only just in the shape, but also in the opening features that you could have, reclosability, the height and or shortness of the, what I would call a fifth panel, if you're comparing this to a folding carton, but how it worked together as a family look on shelf. Also, from a graphics point of view, it was amazing.
This concludes our presentation of Flex Appeal and the announcement of the winners of the FPA 2026 Flexible Packaging Achievement Award Competition, an especially meaningful year as we proudly celebrate the 70th anniversary of this distinguished program. FPA extends its heartfelt congratulations to all of our award recipients. Let's give one final round of applause to all the competition winners. We invite you to continue the celebration by viewing the winning packages along with all the competition entries on display in the foyer. Copies of the 2026 FPA Flexible Packaging Achievement Awards and Innovation Showcase booklet will also be available. Thank you for joining us for this milestone evening, and have a wonderful night.